This is the biggest diamond I've ever seen, including one stripper named Diamond. It's got to be the Jewel of the East Wind.
How do we get past the barriers?
Paisley Peak wasn't completely full of shit. This could have been the Dagger of the Four Winds, before they ruined it.
Oh, I think we're supposed to flip them all like that. Or lesion?
One gigantic, flawless ruby. If this isn't the jewel of the West Wind, I'll eat my boots. Sapphire the size of my eye. This has to be the jewel of the South Wind. I wonder what it's worth. That's all of it. Those bastards made a mess of the settings, but I can put the gems back in place well enough. Whatever we do now, I am not giving this knife to Paisley Pete. It's much too pretty.
What the?
Step in something.
This record. The sketch is rough, but it's my family crest. Not Hendir. Delac, my father's house. Says it was a prisoner's tattoo. He was caught with wounds already suffered, trying to stow away on a caravan. No one recognized the mark or the man, and he died of gangrene in his cell. He carried a hidden purse, but it was empty.
Did we just miss a friend of the family?
By over a decade. This is old, but it's still years after Father and I went to Ferelden. Who would bear our crest after Father's exile? Why? That's all it says. I want another look at those cells. Maybe there's, I don't know, something.
Done with my hospitality already, are we? Such a shame.
It's not that we don't appreciate the accommodations, but you know how it is.
Alas, it's too soon for my guests to leave. You will miss the main event.
I could live with that.
No, I am afraid you couldn't.
Just let him go, Prosper. It's me you want.
What I want is to ensure you cannot further hinder my plans. Do your job and kill them, Chasin. Is that not why I keep you around?
That is it! Hold them! I'm releasing the pets!
I don't think we're getting out this way now.
Oh, I don't know. Some lockpicking, maybe a few hours, and... Oh, you're probably right.
We could try bashing our way through.
That's right, Aveline. Just hit it.
Or we could try squeezing your fat ass between the bars.
Ladies?
Well, that's just lovely. What now?
We'll have to go back down and through the caves I mentioned before. Although I wonder why the Duke's bodyguard ran off like that.
Perhaps he forgot to pee.
I suppose we'll find out soon enough.
I've put the dagger back together. Now what?
Well, you have to...
Give it away. You have to give it away and not get it back. That's the term of the curse.
Let them what steal from rightful captains suffer for their greed. Only by captain's generosity can scabby bastards be freed.
I could be generous without giving up the dagger. There's a lot of kinds of generosity, you know?
I know it's pretty, Isabella, but it is a cursed relic.
It's not cursed for me. That just makes it an ancient relic. And so pretty.
Are you sure about this? You're just gonna leave them here forever?
No. Maker, you are such a bad influence on me. I can't leave them like this. Fine. I never want to see it again. You hear that, Maldine? Now turn them back.
We're your men for life, Captain. We swear. Even Jan.
Shut up, Raleigh!
Great. I lost a priceless dagger and gained 3 disloyal thieving sea dogs.
Not a total waste, then.
There. A mark.
What? That scribble?
On the stone crusted with feces? As though intended to ward off any sane human?
Couple of princesses. That's why it's still here. That, and no one was looking. For it.
Don't keep us in suspense.
It's a bottle of smoke. A small, black vial.
Oh, crackers.
There's something inside.
Maybe you should be careful with that.
A paper. And a ring. With the crest.
Don't!
What in the bloody breath of the Maker was that?
Black vial, a phylactery of sorts. Turn up in the strangest places.
Someone just leaves those around.
Demon hunters, apparently. Maybe someone else found out how they do whatever it is they do.
Well, I hope we've all learned a valuable lesson about found glassware. Aveline?
Father never had such a ring. And the paper. It's some spell poetry gibberish. But on the back, death protect this missive. All marks killed. The grand game continues. Beneath Dulac, for she of the red.
Don't look at me. I'm not from here.
Anything on the poetic side of the note that you recognize?
Some freeform drivel about binding, honestly. Does magic need this kind of weak verse?
What other outlet are we allowed?
You're not allowed this one.
Regardless, it's odd such a thing would carry a note between conspirators. Not exactly casual security.
You've no idea who the other part is referring to?
None.
Does the hair run in your family?
I wouldn't know. Does Nosy run in yours?
It does sound like this was ordered by someone with your name.
We were years in Ferelden by then, and we lived poor. He left that life behind.
Why? Seems like an important detail.
Orlais has a game. He wouldn't play it. I never cared to ask further.
That's not a very satisfying answer, Aveline.
I know. I'm sorry. It's all I have.
It does sound like this was ordered by someone with your name.
We were years in Ferelden by then, and we lived poor. He left that life behind.
Why? Seems like an important detail.
Orlais has a game. He wouldn't play it. I never cared to ask further.
I'm at a loss. Is there anything we can do with this?
I can make some formal requests, but this strangeness runs to Orlais, and it's years old. I'm sure they'll jump right on that. Thanks for chasing it as far as you have. It's appreciated.
See? Caves. Just like I said.
Ooh, it looks a bit spooky, doesn't it?
Got everything from the chateau? The way those rocks look, I don't want to test this path more than once.
A dark, musty cavern. Wow, you sure know where all the good parties are.
Are you sure this goes somewhere? Other than down?
Yes. Sort of. I stole old plans from the Fourth Blight. This was a retreat, they called it. At any rate, there's an exit that leads out onto the mountainside. That's your way out.
And one more. Not enough to make new pauldrons, but I'm sure I'll find a good
More
use.
of these things?
Thank you, Hawke.
That little pest scuffed
Would you
my
look
boots.
at that?
I'm glad
When you
my
hold them in
clan
your
never
palm,
camped here.
the quills all point the same way, like a compass.
We'll have to fight through them. At least they'll slow down the Duke's men as well.
This has to be where the map leads.
This has to be the place the directions were leading us to.
These blighters are all at the bottom of the ocean, and I'm still here. They're alive, you know? I think I saw a
That's odd. I could swear there was... Trust me!
Tallis! The Circle are not the only ones who know how to break a mage.
If my boss locked me in the dungeon, I'd think about a career change.
I do not fight for him. The Duke is a fool. His enemies a posturing, guileless lot. But you are worth testing. Prosper can fight his own battles, and I shall choose mine.
I'll show you what makes the fear! Distract me from the
nice shot, too. You didn't think I was leaving, did you? That was bracing.
I thought you...
Nonsense. I found a way around. I said I'd get you out of here, and I meant it. Let's keep going. The exit can't be much further.
You take care now, Captain. You ever set sail again? Paisley Fleet will be waiting.
Where's the grog?
There's a lake? In the middle of the mountain?
The retreat needed to house hundreds of people during the Blight, if not thousands. Can't do that without fresh water.
But it's a lake.
Oh, that. I have no idea.
Told you I had it. What was your father like?
You never could get a straight answer out of the man. Everything was a joke. People say I take after him.
If more mages were allowed to keep their families, people would learn not to fear them so much. At the Circle, any accidental babies are taken away before the mother even sees them.
And the Chantry says it's all about protecting families.
Well, what have we got here?
I wonder if I can have this bound when we return to Kirkwall. Strange. Is that a map on the last page?
A way out. We're almost there.
And there's the way out. See? I told you I had a plan. It was a good plan. The kind that had an escape and everything.
Not a monster lair. That is a good sign.
So you could go. There are, however, other options.
Coming on a bit strong there, Talis. We've only just met.
But we've been through so much together. Wyvern hunts, betrayals, daring escapes from prison.
You're right. I'm feeling so close to you right now.
So, it's true what they say about you. You've been so reasonable since we were captured. I'm hoping that hasn't changed. What Salit is going to do will harm so many innocents. My people, as well as yours. It's my duty to stop him. Even so, I can't do it alone. Not anymore.
After everything you've already done, why would I help you again?
Because I've got your nose.
The Qun taught you that?
If I were following the Qun, I would actually have your nose. I suppose that doesn't help. If I had my way, you would never have been this involved in the first place.
Seems like I should repay you for almost getting me killed. With interest.
Harsh, but fair. So, is that a no?
Explain what's so terrible about Salit's plan.
I can't. Not completely. And yes, I know. That's a hard sell. The information Salit plans to turn over to Orlais won't just hurt Qunari, however. It will harm anyone living in Qunari lands. Even those who fled the Qunari of any race will be condemned to persecution forever.
So this isn't just some political scheme?
If only it was. I'm not here on some directive from the Qun. I came... Salit was declared Tal Vashoth, but they didn't deem intervention worthwhile. I couldn't agree. I had to try.
Doesn't that make you Tal Vashoth as well?
No. The Ben Hasrath didn't order me not to do this, but here I am anyway. I was trying to earn my way back into their good graces. This probably won't help.
Why? What did you do?
It's not easy being an elf in the Qun. You're not born to it like they are. I've struggled to find that peace, that certainty. I know it's there, I just keep falling short. What about you? Have you ever been a part of something bigger than just yourself?
I protect Kirkwall. Or is that not what you mean?
It's not the same thing. The Qunari have a vision of what life should be like. Free from pain and fear and doubt. You see tyranny, and I see caring and interest in the welfare of all. Yes, it could be better. But so could human indifference and cruelty. Or do you disagree?
No, you have a point.
Then help me stop this before it goes too far.
What did you have in mind exactly?
Well, we could go back, maybe have some tea with the Duke, get to know one another. Then, just as he starts to trust us, you slip a bag over his head, and we drag him to Antiva.
No, not Antiva, you fiend!
Or, we could find out when Salit is arriving, and stop him before it's too late.
You don't actually think you can finish your mission?
Alone? Probably not. But that doesn't mean I shouldn't try. Some things are worth dying for.
You know how to argue. But my options are?
Follow or don't. It's pretty much that simple. I don't want to test that threat you made, but this is too important. I hope you see that. Thank you, Hawke. Thank you.
Wait, I'm helping the Canary recover some priceless artifact. Oh, the irony.
I knew you were a worthless traitor the moment I laid eyes on you.
Baron Arlange, so nice to see you again.
You filthy turnip! You humiliated me!
He was persistent. I'll give him that much.
This is it. The location on the map.
Live on this mountain.
Be thankful they're not high dragons.
Good point. We found the location.
I do love a good treasure hunt, don't you? Easy for once.
Talvashah. Like Salit, but for sale. He must be close.
This hobnobbing with the nobility suits you.
I suspect that's an insult.
Meant in the best possible way. I knew the day I met you. I wish there were more nobles who had to earn it.
Atas Shokra, Ben Hasrath.
Ebala Maras. Bendar Salit Asit.
Satarith Barak. Alat Kufir Abbas.
Atas Raval. Pana Hedan. Salit is already here. He's meeting with the Duke at the base of the mountain.
Then we're going the wrong way.
We need to get down there before it's too late.
This is where the quills were pointing.
Let's get this over with, Canary, before your assassins find us. Already I regret agreeing to spare them.
I have chosen my path. That choice should not—
Bashera! I am here to facilitate your deal with the Empress. Nothing more. Well, names, Your Grace. It's a list of names. What is the meaning of this?
You asked for a weapon. I am providing it.
We expected the formula for black powder, dreadnought plans, a map of Cunandar, anything. This is useless. Your Grace. Champion. I should have known you would turn up.
I have an excellent sense of dramatic timing. And good hair.
Joke while you can. You will not find it funny for long.
Tell us.
I said I would stop you, Salit.
And I said I would slay you if you tried.
If anyone is to do any slaying, it will be me.
Kill them all!
You should never have come here,
Don't get hit by the wizard!
One Fall banners! To me, Leopold! Leopold? Leopold! He's looking fun. Blasted creature. Show them your strength! No more games! It is time! I hope you enjoy my trap, Sir Alden! Keep away from me! The Empress will hear of this. Orlais will burn Kirkwall to the ground! All of you will die screaming! I swear it!
I would have tried begging for mercy, but that's just me.
You blasted! Darn it!
Thank you for the lovely party. I'll treasure the belt. Looks like the Duke has fallen from grace.
Atash Varin Kata. If the Duke only knew what he nearly had in his grasp. Thank you. There's no way I could have done this without your help.
What's the scroll?
This is a list of agents throughout Thedas. Kinari, like myself. Many of them have children, family, friends. They're people you wouldn't suspect. Some have even left a Qun behind. But if this list fell into human hands, they and everyone they know
Would be killed.
The Arcune believes they knew the risks. But what about the innocents? I couldn't let this happen.
So what now? You aren't just going to leave, are you?
You think I would fit into your merry entourage?
We're hardly merry.
It's true. Some of them hardly ever crack a smile.
Or so clever we could just die.
Maybe some other time, Hawke. I still have a few things to do, but I am grateful. I want you to know that.
Maybe those agents should be discovered.
I believe in the Qun, but I am not doing this to protect the Kinari. The list doesn't distinguish innocent from guilty. It doesn't show the friends, lovers, children who... Nobody should have it.
You didn't mention that Salit was a friend of yours.
He trained me. I suppose, in a way, he saved me. I owed him a better death.
That's what you do for a friend.
A friend? Is that what I am?
And deadly. And delightful. And beautiful.
Such a charmer. Yes, I see. Oh, before I forget. That was going to be the heart of the many. You'd find a jewel, while I'd go off and find Salit, and be back before anyone was the wiser. I suppose nothing ever goes like we plan, does it? Take care of yourself, Hawke. Maybe we'll meet again, sometime.
Let me guess.
You haven't seen Talus since that day.
A safe assumption, given her nature.
And who is left to appease Orlais after a duke's murder at the hands of the champion of Kirkwall?
Prosper invited it by dealing with Talvashoth, possibly under orders from Empress Celine. Imagine the scandal if that was known.
If you believe a Kunari agent.
Well, that's the difficult part, isn't it? I don't know why Hawke helped Talus. I suppose she was pretty for a Kunari. Whatever the reason, I doubt it's the last we've seen of her. But what do I know? I just tell stories.
Ooh, what's all this?
Another message came while you were away. It's on your desk. Always at your service, Monsieur.
Could I have some salaman? Yes, please.
Don't do it. That's where the boom comes from.
Well, woof to you too. A ruff. Ruff.
Oh, look who's here. Time to change the locks again.
I knocked this time. Bodan let me in. Guess what? Castillon's in town, and I'm not waiting around for him to stick a knife in my vitals. We're going to get him before he gets me.
We're going to surprise Castillon. I love surprises.
Unfortunately, Castillon's holed up somewhere in Kirkwall. I haven't been able to find him. I do know where Velasco is, however. That's his right hand. We just have to make him tell us where Castillon is. Somehow.
What a plan. Your scheming ability puts me to shame.
Well, I haven't worked out all the kinks. Step 1, we go to Velasco. Step 2, something exciting happens. Step 3, profit. Well, do you have a better idea?
If we kill him and search his body, we might find something.
Or we could find nothing and get nowhere.
We could hit him till he talks.
You'll just end up killing him.
Couldn't we just ask Velasco where Castillon is? Nicely.
He's not going to reveal anything willingly. I can't risk him getting suspicious and alerting Castillon.
Castillon wants you. Why not let Velasco bring you to him?
And you follow me. Ooh, that's clever. I was going to suggest challenging Velasco to a riddle game and making Where's Your Boss one of the riddles. This is so much better.
I'm ready whenever you are.
Velasco's been spending his nights at the brothel, enjoying its many splendors. That's where we'll find him.
I've been keeping everything clean.
This is the home of Kirkwall's Circle of Magi.
Do you have many dealings with the Knight Commander?
Please don't start with that. I'm not a Templar. I'm the captain of the guard. We arrest burglars. The Knight Commander never gives us a thought.
Grand Cleric Elthina is worried about her. She's stopped taking the Chantry's advice.
Her job's not easy. Certain forces in the city are allied against her.
Don't try to be subtle. I'm right here.
Clearly our Templars need strong leaders.
Until something changes, that's Meredith. And we must give her any support we are able.
Well, look who it is. You. The you. If you don't mind, I could do with a significant reduction in the amount of attention this office receives. A visit from the champion is something of the opposite.
I sense I am unwelcome in the halls of power.
Power? I am just the hand on the seal, waxing what I'm told. Now I'm trapped under Templar scrutiny, waiting for them to note how easily I might be replaced.
And it isn't going well?
It is not going well.
Since when are city leaders appointed by the Knight Commander?
Meredith would not openly declare a preference. The rule of Kirkwall is deliberately separate from the Chantry's will. But the Order embodies security in Kirkwall, and they want the new Viscount to be more accepting of oversight. Anyone who wants to rule Kirkwall needs support from the Templars. That is the new truth of this city.
What happens if they don't like the choice?
Do you know how Viscount Dumas' predecessor, Perrin Threnhold, left office? He was a tyrant, certainly, but his rule was not ended until he actively sought to expel the Templars. The good of all is inexorably tied to what is good for the Templars.
I can apply influence in many ways, you know.
Do the words political maelstrom mean anything to you? The Templars are particularly sensitive about destabilizing elements, especially after what happened to Dumas.
The Arishok killed the Viscount, but he's no longer a problem.
There are older hatreds.
that the Templars feel deserve more central focus. Sometimes I wonder if we're at war with ourselves.
There is no one to carry the last Viscount's line.
You presided over Seamus's death. That was the sad end of the Dumas. When a line is judged unfit or ends, we appoint from Kirkwall's elite. Or we would, if the situation was normal. But it is not.
Who nominates a new Viscount?
A consensus of the nobility, normally, and a willing nominee. Both are lacking, and I can't fault it. These are difficult times.
Could I nominate someone? Or do it myself?
Anyone who thinks to take this office needs more than popular support. They need particular support. You are many things, champion, but not this. Not yet, anyway.
When Viscounts die, it's the sycophants who truly suffer.
If his death was more fresh in my mind, I would give you such a... censuring. I can still do that, I think. Each day is fresh insult. Leave me. That's all I need. The champion. A dangerous thing, taking sides. I avoid it wherever possible.
How much longer do I have to wait?
The Knight Commander is grateful for your support, champion.
Hope the day is treating you well, Sirrah.
The Knight Commander is grateful for your support, champion.
I wonder if I should try coming back tomorrow.
Hello again, champion.
Back to the barracks. I never tire of it.
Don't mind me. I'm just going to hide my face a little.
Just the work of a moment. It's done.
After what happened here, I can't imagine anyone's eager to move into the Viscount's palace.
Guardsmen, duties for the week will be...
Lowtown canvas. 5 on, 3 off.
City perimeter by 2s. Clear by 2nd watch.
Training recruits full metal by week's end.
Anything else, Captain?
No. Thank you. Donicus, a good man. I'm sorry, was there something you wanted?
You never said how your 3 weeks in Orlais went.
You're right. I didn't.
Ooh, shivery.
Anything else?
Your men could give the Templars a run for their sovereigns.
They've had to. As long as there's no Viscount, the Order thinks they can bark at any man in uniform. I won't have it. The people of Kirkwall need to see themselves in their guard. Lose that connection, we're just targets.
Kirkwall seems to have rallied around you.
I try to keep order, and people appreciate that. Everything else is going insane. A few complaints here and there, but for the most part, I think everyone's just glad the guard has been stable for a few years.
Kirkwall seems to have rallied around you.
I try to keep order, and people appreciate that. Everything else is going insane. A few complaints here and there, but for the most part, I think everyone's just glad the guard has been stable for a few years.
Just checking in. Need anything?
Yes, there's something. Come back soon. I'll get into it then.
I'll see you later.
Of course, Hawke.
Are you certain it's her?
An elf matching your description on the ship you named. And alone, as far as I could tell.
I need to know if it's a trap.
I did as you asked, Fenris. Now it's up to you. You talk to him, Hawke. I've had my fill for today.
Thedas, first of us.
Maybe it's just me, but I'd swear you're upset.
It's my sister. I didn't tell you, but I followed up on Hadriana's information. Everything she said was true. I had to keep it quiet, but I eventually contacted Verania and sent her coin enough to come meet me. And now she's here.
She was in Carinus after all.
My sister left Magister Ahriman's service, and I found her in Minrathous. That made things more difficult. But according to the men I paid, it's just as Hadriana said. She's not a slave. She's a tailor, in fact. Getting a letter to her was difficult, and she didn't believe me at first. But she's finally come.
She was in Carinus after...
Getting a letter to her was difficult, and she didn't believe me at first. But she's finally come.
Yes, everything's gone exactly according to plan. What could be worse?
Yes, laugh at me. Come with me, Hawke. If this is a trap, I need someone who can fight to back me up.
I thought you said there was no point in meeting her.
I can't simply leave it like this. I have to know. If we go to the Hanged Man during the day, she'll be there, for the next week at least. I know you owe me no favors, but if we happen to go there anyway...
I have to admit, Anders, of the mages I know, you're the one I expected to go out and... Blaze.
The day is young.
It was a compliment, you ass.
No, it wasn't.
The first enchanter overstepped his bounds. The people want to know which side you favor. It weakens you.
You look concerned, champion. Is there a problem?
I'm just seeking your benediction, Your Grace.
May Andraste guide your hand to protect Kirkwall in its darkest hour.
Do you never intend to give a public answer, Your Grace?
What have I been asked?
About the mages. You could calm this fire if you stepped forward.
The Chantry's teachings are clear. Those who turn against them would not listen more to me than to Andraste.
Mage this, Templar that. Is there anywhere in Kirkwall people don't talk about this?
The last time mages rebelled against the Chantry, they ended up ruling Tevinter. Should we just ignore them?
I did not expect things to deteriorate so fast. I thought after the Canary, no one would wish for more violence. It has drawn more attention than I would like. Sebastian, if I can ask...
Anything, Your Grace.
And the champion, too, if you will?
I am your humble servant.
You honor me. The Divine is concerned about the situation here. She does not want to see the Free Marches become another Imperium. She has sent an agent to assess the danger. Meet with her, please. Tell her drastic measures won't be required.
Isn't lying a sin?
Has Kirkwall not suffered enough? Should it be declared anathema and an enemy of the Chantry? Imagine Hightown streets, filled not just with Meredith's Templars, but all the forces the Divine can command.
Surely the Divine wouldn't treat the whole city as enemies.
She is concerned. It is never wise to draw the concern of the powerful.
She is the voice of Andraste. She cannot turn the might of the Chantry against the innocent due to proximity.
Were no innocents harmed in the Exalted Marches? She will do her best, Sebastian. But she must act first to protect the faith.
What can you tell me about this servant of the Divine?
I was not told her real name. Only to call her Sister Nightingale. She is said to be the Divine's left hand, sent to do work that might blacken the Divine's name.
What argument would convince her?
The Divine has heard my protests already. I must trust your own powers of persuasion now.
This cannot wait.
Thank you. We cannot allow this ridiculous mage rebellion to turn into holy war.
The agent, Sister Nightingale, will be waiting in the Viscount's throne room tonight. She wishes to remain unseen. The room has been sealed since the Canary incident. It may be difficult to get in without attracting attention.
Greetings, champion. May the Maker smile upon you.
Come on, Daisy. You've been holed up in here for days. If you don't get some sunshine, you'll wilt.
I'm not a plant, Varric. I'm fine.
Just take a walk around the Lowtown Market. Get some air, and I'll stop bothering you.
I know you mean well, but I have too much to do right now.
I'll let you talk some sense into her, Hawke.
Varric is very sweet. Frequently infuriating and a terrible busybody, but sweet. Were you looking for me? Nothing's wrong, is it?
I'm sure something is wrong somewhere in Kirkwall. But right now it can wait.
And I'm being a poor host, as usual. In the market the other day, out of the corner of my eye, I thought I saw Tamlin. I blinked, and he was gone. I don't know what it meant. Maybe nothing. Maybe I'm going mad. I miss them all. Even the Keeper.
I'm sure the Keeper would like to see you again.
I'm sure she would. She loves to lecture. I bet her new first appreciates that. I wish I could have seen it. It doesn't matter. I'm here now. Maybe Varric was right. Shall we go out for a bit? I could use some sunshine.
Right behind you, Hawke.
It really is you.
Verania? I remember you. We played in our master's courtyard while Mother worked. You called me.
Leto. That's your name.
What's wrong? Why are you so...
I'll give you 3 guesses.
Ah, my little Fenris. Predictable as always.
I'm sorry it came to this, Leto.
You led him here.
Now, Fenris. Don't blame your sister. She did what any good Imperial citizen should.
I never wanted these filthy markings, Daenerys. But I won't let you kill me to get them.
How little you know, my pet. And this is your new master, then? The champion of Kirkwall? Impressive.
Fenris doesn't belong to anyone.
Do I detect a note of jealousy? It's not surprising. The lad is rather skilled, isn't he?
Shut your mouth, Daenerys.
The word is master.
I'll show you what are no longer my master.
I had no choice, Leto.
Stop calling me that.
He was going to make me his apprentice. I would have been a magister.
You sold out your own brother to become a magister.
Your sister's a mage? You bloody hypocrite. You really are just jealous.
You have no idea what we went through, what I've had to do since Mother died. This was my only chance.
And now you have no chance at all.
Please, don't do this. Please, tell him to stop.
Wait. Don't kill her.
Why not? She was ready to see me killed. What is she to me other than just one more tool of the Magisters?
This is your family, Fenris.
Fenris. I know how hard this is to believe, but this is the last thing you want to do.
Get out!
You said you didn't ask for this, but that's not true. You wanted it. You competed for it. When you won, you used the boon to have Mother and I freed.
Why are you telling me this?
Freedom was no boon. I look on you now, and I think you received the better end of the bargain.
I thought discovering my past would bring a sense of belonging, but I was wrong. Magic has tainted that too. There is nothing for me to reclaim. I am alone.
Magic has nothing to do with this, Fenris.
No. Greed for it didn't bring Daenerys here, make my sister betray me. You heard what Varania said. I wanted these. I fought for them. I feel unclean, like this magic is not only etched into my skin, but has also stained my soul. Let's go. I need to get out of here.
I used to frequent places like this. The number of times...
It's not a good feeling, you know.
What?
Being an abomination. I just got a taste of your future.
I'm not that foolish. Our relationship is, strictly platonic.
It's... like you're trapped in your own body, seeing out your eyes, while someone else moves you like a puppet. And you're trying to scream, to move a single muscle, but there's no escape. Until you look down at the blood on your hands.
Stop it! You're scaring me.
That's the point.
Always a pleasure to meet the champion of Kirkwall. If you need anything at all, let me know.
The lot of Ferelden's here has improved since your rise, champion. I'd be honored to sell you anything in the store.
Have I ever mentioned that I like your court?
You do?
It's very lively, like a crow in the middle of hunting.
That's great. Thanks, Meryl.
I tried to warn you, Blondie.
You're not helping. You think I don't know the City Guard is just another arm of the Templars?
That is completely unfair.
If they show up here, I'll know who to blame. That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for you to see that. I just can't be too careful, now that the Knight Commander has basically appointed herself Viscount.
Between ruling the city and torturing mages, it's a wonder she has time to keep that sword so shiny.
She has nearly crushed the flame of hope for mages here. The mage underground is all but destroyed, and those left have turned to blood magic as their only option, which Meredith knows will prevent any chance of the public taking their side.
There's still one good mage left in the city.
I don't know how you continue to believe in me. How can people be so blind? The Blight was stopped only with the aid of 2 mages, one an apostate. But it makes no difference. The Chantry set us on this path long ago. It would take something truly catastrophic to change people's thinking now. Go ahead, say it.
Say what? I saw you watching. I was looking.
Don't give me that. What? I know you can tell. You think I'm out of control? How can I claim to speak for mages when I'm half demon myself?
The one over there looks a bit like a bunny rabbit.
I saw that too.
People choose to live here? It amazes me.
This is my favorite part!
Going to have to do some shopping upstairs pretty soon.
Champions don't get squat down here.
The Canary are gone, but now the sea has
You want major spin!
Before anyone
I'm your worst nightmare!
Captain?
Did you ever notice how cold the pavement is here?
No?
Just me.
Do you think people will ever start calling it the Hawke estate?
The Viscount's throne room has been sealed off since his death. A strange place for a holy sister to be.
I can help with that.
Just the work of a moment.
So, even the Divine fears us now. She should. Kill the spies!
I'm your worst nightmare! I'll show you why mages are feared!
Order will be restored!
The Resolutionists. I might have known...
Leliana?
Isabella?
Sister Nightingale, indeed. I remember it didn't take much to make you sing.
Perhaps we should get back to the reason I'm here. The Divine sent me to investigate the possibility of a rebellion here in Kirkwall. This is an unconventional situation. I have some experience with those.
The Leliana, who accompanied the hero of Ferelden to slay the archdemon.
Ah. I see it will be harder to remain anonymous so near the Ferelden border. Yes, I knew the hero of Ferelden. He is dear to my heart. I am working for the Divine now, in Orlais. I had not thought to return to this part of Thedas.
Are you Sister Nightingale?
I am, or you may call me Leliana. The Divine sent me to investigate the possibility of a rebellion here in Kirkwall. This is an unconventional situation. I have some experience with those.
Who are the Resolutionists?
An offshoot of a fraternity within the Circle of Magi. There's no proof of that. There have always been factions that support freedom from the Chantry and the abolition of the Circle. We have tolerated them, but the Resolutionists have become violent. They are likely behind the unrest here.
I hardly imagined the Divine's secret agent looking like you.
That is why I am effective. The Divine has long suspected that Kirkwall's problems were spurred by an outside group.
Like any mage with a brain can't come up with, "Let's rebel."
This attack proves she is right.
Are you saying you set this whole thing up?
I let word slip that an agent of the Divine was coming to investigate the mage troubles. It is how they chose to react which condemns them.
Will the Divine send soldiers?
Divine Justinia takes the situation here very seriously. She believes it is the worst threat to Thedas since the Qunari invaded.
A handful of apostates? How can that possibly...
The whole world is watching Kirkwall. If it falls to magic, none of us are safe.
None of you?
Tell Elthina to leave. There is refuge for her at the Grand Cathedral in Orlais. She will not be safe here.
These mages are out of control.
Hello again, champion.